Testing 1, 2, 3 over on the tubes. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday to all you beautiful people. Let's go, let's go. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Let's go. It is Saturday in the markets. Andrew the Believer. Andrew, go let them know if you don't mind. In the VIP, we are live. Good morning. Let's go, Andrew. Marcus, yes. Hello, everybody. Good morning. If you hear Fit Wakely, good morning. Good morning, Fit Wakely. How did we do yesterday? Were we green? There was a lot of green in that VIP. A lot of green. A lot of green in the VIP. Good job, Andrew. Did I lose money? No, D-Dog. Nope. Negative. Good morning. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you. We got the coffee on the board, everybody. We got the coffee on the board this morning. Official KK, yes it is. JJ Challenger, good morning. JJ and Fit, make sure we're doing this. Make sure we're doing this, everybody. TAP, TAP. Let's go. SHARE. SHARE, everybody. Let's go. Mooney, what's up, Mooney? Let's hammer the Java. We got to hammer the Java. Hammer that Java, everybody. All roads, all come back to the 20. Yep, as you saw again. Good morning. Yes, yes, yes. If you're here for the first time, hit that FOLLOW. Hello, Jay Masterson from Miami. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Bull, wasn't he from that show, Night Court? Bull, remember? Andrew the Believer with the pumpkin, Davio with the TikTok and the heartbeat. Yes. Good morning, Anya. Good morning. Remember, everybody, we got the coffees on the board. Can't be the same people all the time. Hammer those coffees. JDM, thank you, my brother. Bump, bump, bump. Serge, good to see you, Serge. How are you, my brother? Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday to you. Got a nice round of golfing yesterday. It was beauty. Bump, 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 bump was the attorney. Yep. Mr. Dave with the $1.99 super chat. Mr. Dave, I love you. You may have to come over here and show them how to do coffees. When will Bull be going back up? We don't care if the market goes back up. You don't care if the market goes up, everybody. We don't care if it goes down. You are just trading your setups at all times. It doesn't matter if we're up or down. That is what you have to stop worrying about. You're putting a bias and you're putting your trading all on one side of the fence. We don't care what the market does. All right? You have too much attachment and emotion to what the market is doing. We don't care what the market is doing. Until you take that emotion away of if it's going back up or it's going back down or if we're going to the moon or if we're bleeding out, you're not going to be a consistent, profitable trader because you're putting emotion into the decisions that you're making. We don't care what the market does. Everyone put that in the chat right now on YouTube and TikTok. Everyone put, we don't care what the market does. The first time I heard that too, I was like, what? We don't care. Your trading will dramatically change once you stop caring what the market does. I promise you, guys. I promise you. Mr. Dave with the first coffees of the morning. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Thank you, Rash. Love you guys. Yes. Thank you, Safi. For those of you in our VIP who now doesn't care what the market does, has it helped your trading? Put yes or no in the chat, please. And be honest. Has it helped your trading? Antonio with the hat and the moustache. And we're going to go over all of this, okay? We're at 4.6 thousand likes. We got to get to 10K, everybody. You're going to want to be on this live today. We're going to hit home today, babies. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. TAP, TAP. We got 8 more Javas left. 8 more Javas. Alex, thank you so much for the follows, everybody. Appreciate that. All right, let's get to work, everybody. All we ask that you do is TAP throughout the live, SHARE throughout the live. Yes, we got to spell these things out. And donate if you can. It helps the ALGO. Hammer! Thank you, my hammer. All right, folks. So I'm the SPY yesterday and the big drop later in the day because of the you-know-whats, okay? We don't care. Who cares? Okay? TARIFF. Whoa, news, news, news. Let's go chase it. Let's go chase the news. It doesn't matter. All roads lead back to the 20. It doesn't matter, okay? Take the emotion out. Take the news out. Get rid of it all. You are trading setups. You are locked in and just looking for setups. That's all you're doing as a trader, okay? You got to stop with all of this crazy stuff. So what? We get the worst news in the world. We're bleeding out. First of all, you're not going to bleed out, okay? The market cycle won't allow it. That's number one. Number two, as you're bleeding out, you're just trading the setups. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Okay? You trade what Miss Market gives you. You aren't trying to figure out what Miss Market's going to do before she does it. That is the best way to tell you guys this. Too many of you are trying to figure out what the market is going to do. And the reason you're doing that, because it comes back to the ego effect. You want to be right. You want to be able to say, you figured out the market. You're never going to figure out the market, traders. Never. Nor should you waste time trying to figure out what the market's going to do. Every morning we're on here, we put our levels in based off what the market has done because of psychological levels. There's a very good chance that the market is going to either reject, okay, to the upside as resistance, or hold as support at those psychological levels, so we put them in. Is it guaranteed that it's going to do that? No, it is never guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed, okay? All you are doing is trading setups over and over and over. We don't care what the market does. If Miss Market tells us we're going down because of news, we're just trading the setups as it goes down. If Miss Market tells us we're going to the moon, to the upside, then we're just trading our setups to the upside. We're not trying to, let's look at the news, let's try to catch it as the news is released, because you're not going to win. You're going to lose it all. How many times can you all honestly say, well, first off, let's answer this question. How many of you wait by Benzinga or whatever it is you use for your news channel, and you sit there and wait for news to flash so you could go chase it and try to catch the news? How many of you? Put that in the chat right now. JDM! Yes, it is! JDM! Accurate. See? And why do you sit there trying to catch the news? You're trying to catch it. You're trying to time the news. You're trying to time that IPO. If you trade penny stocks and it gaps up and it halts, you're trying to time the unhalt. Why are you all doing that? You know why you're doing that? Because you are desperate. You are desperate for money, or you're desperate to be a winner. But you're just going to lose more. It's okay to want to be great at this. It's okay to want to make money at this. It's okay to want to change your life with this. But you got to do it the right way. Right now, so many traders are doing it the wrong way. Folks, if you have emotion into this thing that we're doing here trading, you are going to lose every single week and every single month. It's just going to happen. And during non-trading days, non-trading seasons, you're going to lose even more. All right? You may get lucky during trading season from this month through January. You may get lucky because it's trading season. We have a lot of volume in that market. But when we go out of trading season, that's when a lot of novices and amateurs really get jammed up. That's when they lose. You're going to notice a lot of accounts are ruined during the summer months of trading. That's where most of your accounts are going to be lost. So if you go back and look and say, when did I crash my account? I guarantee you it's anywhere from March to August. How many of you have ruined an account between March and August? Kwashi, how are you over there? I love you, brother. My portfolio is as dry as the Sahara right now. No problem, Apple. And guys, I'm just coming on here to help you and tell you the truth. I'm not here trying to badger you or put you down. That's not what we're doing, okay? This is not directly going to you. But if this is you, take it and embrace it, because I've been through it. I did what you did. I chased the news. I used scanners. I did penny stocks. I chased IPOs. I did all that already. And then once I was taught to take emotion out of the equation, okay, and we just trade setups, everything changed. Everything completely changed. I didn't believe it either. And then I said, you know what? What I'm doing isn't working. It's not. 8 years of doing what I think I should be doing doesn't work. And, you'll hear people say, well, keep going. It'll eventually work. It's not going to work. It's not. I promise you, it won't work. Okay? Then I said, let me try this trading the setup thing. The first trade I took worked. The second trade I took worked. And then I was like, wait a minute. If I just wait for the setups, and that's when the be patient thing kicked in. They always talk about be patient. And that's what they mean. They don't mean be patient and sit here just to wait. Okay, let's just wait. Because most people are patient as traders, but they don't know what they're waiting for. They think just by waiting, they're going to get green trades. They don't know what they're waiting for. You got to connect the dots. You are waiting for the setups. And then once you realize the market runs in a cycle, okay? It runs in a cycle all day long, the same cycle all day long. Then you know what part of the cycle to trade on. Then it's going to make it a lot easier to wait for your setups. Okay? But you got to learn how to trade. Okay, because if you don't learn how to trade, you're going to say, what am I waiting for? Why am I being patient? Why? Why am I being patient? You won't know, so you won't be patient. Because you don't know why you're being patient, so why should you be patient? All right? And then a lot of you, like Miss Terry here, are we doing calls or are we doing puts on Monday? She has no clue what to do. She has no clue what she should be doing, but she's trading in the market. Okay? She's putting her hard money in, asking somebody on TikTok, what should we do? Should we buy a call? Should we buy a put? Will you trade live so I can just copy you? What? What are you doing? What are we doing here? Does that make any sense, guys and girls? No. And Miss Terry, we want to help you learn, but we got to do it the right way. All right? And I want to use your name because that's the first thing I saw. All right, we got to do this the right way. And we're going to show you some stuff here in a little while that's going to help you dramatically with your trading just on here. Okay? So buckle up, sit back, get your notepads out, and let's teach you what to do in the markets. So as we talked about here on SPY yesterday, We were in a neutral bullish state to the upside. So when this starts going down, I'm not doing anything to the downside. Why? Hello, South Africa. Good to see you all in there on YouTube. We have just as many YouTube people as we do TikTok right now. That's excellent. Why do I not care about this move to the downside at the open? We're in a bullish neutral state. We come into a bearish position, which is underneath here. Why am I? Most people are going to chase this to the downside. They're going to chase it. It's going to start pulling back, and they're going to get out. Okay? They're going to get out. Oh, no, it's pulling back. I should have got out. Because they don't know what they're doing. Why am I not doing anything at this moment? Does anyone know why? Looking for support? Nope. Nope. Because I am in a bullish neutral state. The one thing, Miss Terry, you must know is you must know the state of your stock at all times. Before you become any good at this, you must always know and be able to yell out immediately the state of your stock. That's number one you must know. We are in a bullish neutral state here at the open. So that immediately tells me if we get a move to the downside, I'm not doing anything. Nothing. Waiting. But why am I waiting? What am I waiting for, everybody? What am I waiting for? I'm waiting to get into a narrow state. I'm waiting to get into my narrow state right here. Right here. See it? And then we get the move to the downside. I'm in a bullish state. I'm not shorting here. It's going to pull back. I'm not shorting in a bullish state. How can I possibly short in a bullish state? The state of the stock is bullish. Why am I shorting it? It makes no sense. When you drive and you have a red light, are you going to go through it? No, you're not going to go through the red light. You're going to stop at the red light. When it's green, you're going to go through it. So I'm waiting for Miss Market to tell me we got a green light in the narrow state. Now wait for your event, and then you take the trade. Just because you're in a narrow state doesn't mean, okay, I'm in now. You also need an event to tell you Miss Market says, now go. That's an event, okay? Then you get your move to the downside. We don't care what the news is. All you're worried about is knowing what time it's coming out to make sure you're not in a trade. Then you wait 10 minutes and you trade your setups. That's all you're doing. See, most novice traders are trying to be in the news during the trade. They're trying to be in the trade during that news release. And that is why you're losing. That's one of the reasons. That's one type of trader. That's not all traders, okay? That is one type of trader. But you have to get into this narrow area right here, traders. It is imperative. It is imperative, okay? Then you take your trade. Now you get a pullback here because all roads lead back to the 20. All roads. All right, let me show you this. What does that mean? That's like my daughter. What does that mean? She's 2.5. Look, all roads lead back to the 20. All roads. This is the daily. All roads. It is always coming back. Always coming back. Always. It will always come back. Doesn't matter the time frame, the 5, the 15, the 1 hour, the daily. All roads lead back to the 20 at all times. All roads. All roads. Woo, 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 woo. Okay? So that's the first thing. That's part of the market cycle. That's built inside the market cycle. Now, oh my God, the news. We don't care. It comes back. There's your setup and event. There's your short. There's your short out of the narrow state. Now, as we start getting into this wider state area, we're starting to get a little wide here. So for me, I'm saying to myself, all right, we're starting to get into a wide state. I am now done trying to look for anything to the downside. I'm going to start looking to go this way, back up, because the market cycle is going to bring us back up again. You are always going to go from a narrow state to a neutral state to a wide state, back to neutral, back to narrow, so on and so forth. That's the cycle that it plays all day long. Now, there's two ways to go from a narrow state to a wide state and back to narrow. Does anyone know what those two things are? How do we go from a wide state back to narrow and narrow back to wide? There are two things that must occur for this to happen, okay? You only need one of them. You're only going to get one of them. But there's two ways it can do it. Correct. Time or price action. Those are the two ways that the market cycle works. The market cycle works on time or price action. It's the only thing it can do. It can't do anything else, traders. So what the hell do we mean by that? What do we mean by that, Mr. Dave? Well, we're going to show you right now. So to get back, see how we're starting to get a little wide here? To get this 20 back to the granddaddy, to get daddy in red back to granddaddy in yellow, they got to come back together again. One way of doing it is through time. So what does that mean? We just start consolidating or trending. Okay, that's the only way we can do it. So we're waiting for the granddaddy to catch up to our daddy, which is the red. All right, so we're just waiting here and waiting for it. And that's where traders get jammed up. That's where you get stopped out all the time. I call this way of coming back to a narrow state dying by 1,000 cuts. And what do I mean by that? You're in, stopped out. You're in, you're stopped out. You're in, stopped out. You're in, stopped out. You're in, stopped out. And you're like, oh man, nothing's moving. How many of you have had that? How many of you have been in a trade and it's just not going anywhere? You're just like, oh my God. Then you see another setup that you think that's going to work and you're in. Oh man, it's not going anywhere. How many of you have been through that? Thank you for all the coffees. Just let me give the thanks. Sue, Mr. AJ, JDM, look at JDM. Oh, my brother, IE, JDM. Thank you so much, brother. You didn't have to do that, man. All right, let's hammer some roses. And then we're going to continue. All right, roses are up. That's why. Because you were waiting for your state to get narrow again, but unfortunately, time is going to do it. So let's see what Miss Market did yesterday. See? We're just trying to catch up. So time was on, what screwed you here. We want violent price action to do that, okay? We don't want time. So I'm not looking for anything back for shorts on this. I'm just letting it go by because the probability of a good trade working is not that good, all right? It won't be that good because as we start getting into our narrow states, it's like, can I catch this to the downside? I could, but I'm in a wide state. The high probability says that I'm not going to get a good trade out of it. So even though it will go here, I'm not going to do it because because 8 out of 10 times you're going back this way. Now, if we look at what Miss Market is coming into Monday, we know we're in this neutral state again. We know we have a 200 that's pointing down like this. I'm telling you right now, the market's going to come back. It's a cycle. But the news, Voss, it's crashing, man. It's going to go. It's going to come back up. And what's going to happen is you are going to try to chase that bleeding out, and you're going to get wrecked. It's just the reverse of the big gap up. Remember? All last week, the week before, look at this. We're going to the moon on Tesla. And I told you, don't chase Tesla. It's going to pull back. And it pulled back hard. Okay? Market cycle. And the reason you're losing on those trades is because of emotion. Emotion over and over and over again. Let's go back here on SPY. We'll just pull up a random day here. Okay. The 3rd. We get the move to the upside, right? Right here. We're going to the moon. No, you're not. You're pulling back. Why? Because you are in that wide state. Look at it. I'm not looking anywhere here. No, I am looking for that move to the downside. I need that 20 to get back to that 200. And on this day, you see how price action brought us back? See the difference between time? Look, this is price action. See this violence? That's what we want. This is what we want. See that? That is called momentum trading, not chasing this to the upside. That is not momentum trading. This is momentum trading, not chasing to the upside. All right? So this is the difference. This is price action that brings us back to a narrow state. See? We're wide. We're narrow. Price action. This, my friends, over here is time that unfortunately is doing it. Narrow, wide. But now we're waiting for this to trend down. And you get a lot of false breakouts on this. And you get whippy at the same time with your candles on this. Okay? How we doing, everybody? How we doing? How was your trading yesterday? Who was green in the market and who was red in the market? So, Miss Terry, state is one of the first things you need to know in the market. The second thing is you need to know what position your stock is in at the market. Okay. Now, the problem with this one right here, position, which we're going to talk about a little bit, is most traders have their pre-market and post-market, which is called extended data, turned on. That's the first problem. And that's why most traders lose within the first 20 minutes of the day, is because you have your extended data turned on, or you lost before the market opened because you are trying to trade in pre-market, the most manipulated time by the big boys and girls to manipulate the market, and they catch you in it. So if you're trading in pre-market, you're getting ripped apart 9 out of 10 times. I'll put it at 9.5 out of 10 times, okay? So you need to know your position. Do we got that? Now, if we go back, we'll pull up Tesla, all right? Because you all love Tesla because everyone wants to try to get rich quick. Everyone wants to try to get rich quick. These are the levels from yesterday. Right here, poke through, rejected, consolidated on this level, back to this level, back to this level, consolidated, broke under. We have these levels out for a reason. Okay, we have these. Remember yesterday, go back to the YouTube recording. Under 425 to the downside, then you can look for the short. Well, there it is. All right, let me get rid of all of this for you guys. Let's pull one up. I want to get a good one. Oh, here's a good one. All right, here we go again. Here's the whip zone. And you're going to learn all about the whip zone in the VIP. So if you want to really learn how to trade and do it the right way, and you're sick of losing all the time because you don't know what you're doing, let us teach you what to do so you have a fighting chance to win in the market. You're going to head over to thevosstrading.com. This is where the VIP is, everybody. The link is in my YouTube or TikTok bio. Just click it or go right there, thevosstrading.com. And that is where you're going to learn how to trade. So we are in a bullish boom, there it is. There's that bullish neutral state again. We open in a bearish position. Which way do you think at the open this is going? Where do you think it's going? Anybody? Where do you think it's going? And please let the TROLLS's, don't block them or mute them, because the more they comment the nonsense, the better it helps out. So just ignore them. Moderators, do not mute or BLOCK, okay? Let them go. Market cap with the pumpkin and the popular. Zen with the rose. Her heart and rose. Thank you, Josephina Hammer. Yes, it is. Let's go. Well, traders, they'll leave once you ignore them. We are in a bullish neutral state. Say it, bullish, 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 bullish. Bearish position. You're coming back up. Why? Because this daddy has to get close to that granddaddy again. It has to get close to that granddaddy. You got to get in that narrow state. So until that happens, you're just going to whip around. Nothing's going to happen. Your best trades come out of this state right here. Does everybody understand this? And now you are bullish. So in order to get a good bearish, we need to get under on this play to the downside. Then it will go to the downside. Okay? Then if we get wide again, we know the 20 is going to come back to that 200 again. See? There it comes. There it goes. There it goes. We are back to narrow again. There's your move to the downside again. Okay? It's the cycle, the market cycle. You have to know your positions. Let's keep going. Let's do this one. So here's our whip zone on this day. There's that bullish again. See it? Bullish state, bearish position. Look at this. This 20 has to get back to that 200. You're not looking for a short here. See how this comes to the downside? We're bleeding out, Voss. We're bleeding out. No, you're not. You're in a bull bearish state. You're not going down. You are looking this way, everybody. You are looking to go back that way, not this way. You can't go short on that. You're not in a bear state. You're in a bullish state. Okay? Everyone got this? You want to get narrow again. Narrow again. There's your move. Now you're in the bearish state. Let's keep going. Here was one of the days. Remember? Look, right here. Remember this day? Narrow. Beautiful. The problem is, remember, Miss Terry, whoops. We talked about state, right? And we're still talking about it. Now we're talking about position. Look, we are in a narrow position, narrow state. We are in a what? What position are we in, VIP? We are in position 3 to the upside. Are you going long? No. We are not going long out of that position. You have to know what position you're in, 1, 2, or 3, and the whip zone. There are 7 positions you must know at all time as a trader. And you must know what state you are in at all times as a trader. We know we're narrow. We know we are bullish narrow. That's good. But this position is not going to give us a win. We need that pullback, and then we get the win to the upside. Okay? But Voss, look how much it pulled back. It doesn't matter. Retracements. You got to know your retracement levels like the back of your hand. And that's another whole story. And that's what you'll learn in the VIP as well. Hey, good morning to you, Eat Rocks. Remember, in the VIP, we're going to teach you break a structure, cycle out reversal, A+ setups, reversals, double tops, triple tops, double bottoms, triple bottoms, retracements. You also must know the heartbeat of the market. You must know the granddaddy, the daddy of the market. Okay? You are never going to use RSI, MACD, Bollinger Bands, oscillators ever again. They will be gone. Volume will be gone. You're never going to have to worry about putting a volume thing on your chart ever again. Okay? Because right now, most of your charts, they always love this, look like this. We got RSI, we got MACD, we got volume, and you're never going to use a trend line ever again. We got trend lines flying all over the place, right? Horizontal lines. We got this flying all over the place. Up here, we got Bollinger Bands, and that's what your chart looks like right now. It's a complete and utter disaster, and that's what your trading is right now. Your chart looks like you're trading. My grandfather always told me, show me the inside of somebody's car, and I will show you the type of person that they are. Write that one down. Show me the inside of their car, and I will tell you the type of person that they are. And it is the truth. So if you have a messy inside of your car, let's clean it up. If your charts look like the inside of your car like this, you won't be a good trader. How many people have charts that look like this? Who has charts that look like this? RSI, backday, volume, trend lines, horizontal lines. We got moving averages everywhere, Bollinger Bands. And you're screaming at the start of the day, to the moon! Chasing news, chasing scanners. We're all over the place. Using Weeble. How many people? How many people? Right? Because your charts look like this. How many of you can honestly say, in the last 3 months, you were green at the end of the month? Who was green the last 3 months in a row? Put me in the chat or put not me in the chat. Don't be afraid. We won't call you out. These are all VIPers, by the way. Congratulations. Not me, not me, not me, not me, not me. All of you that are saying not me, does your chart look like this? And be honest. Be honest. It's okay. Do you all have charts that look like this? We got a lot, some yeses, some no's, a little. Okay. This is what we're going to do for you. Ready? Boom. That's what your chart's going to look like going forward. That is what your chart is going to look like going forward. That's it. And we are going to teach you how to trade these 3 things. Are we ready? Miss Terry, you still here? State. Position. What's number 3? What's number 3, VIPers? Put it in the chat. Brian, yours looks like that. That's all right. Mine did too at one point. That's all right, traders. My chart looked like that too. Market cycle. Market cycle. Okay, you ready for this? This usually makes everyone's head go, oh my God. Oh my God, to the moon. Let's go. The market runs in a cycle. To the upside, this is the way your cycle runs. To the downside, that is the way your market runs. Now, traders, I'm going to label these. Okay? Everyone see it? Good. What numbers are you buying? When are you buying to the upside? We're just talking about going long. What numbers are we going long to the upside? One and 8. 1 and 8. What's significant about number 1? What's significant about number 1, everybody? You want to see it? You want to see it? This is number 1. Right here. Guess what? When the bell went off, it already did it. Number 1's already gone. So why are you trying to go long at the open out of that position? You already did number 1. You know what you're trying to do when you buy up here, my beauties? When you're trying to go long here, you know what you're trying to do? Are you ready? Oh, my God. Are you ready? You're trying to buy at a number 2. Whoa! You're trying to buy number 2. Remember, number 1 is where you're going to buy out of. That's here. It already did it. It gapped up. Number 1's done. Forget it. Boom. So now you think a gap up means you're going to the moon. See what the amateur thinks? So they're trying to buy number 2. You're not going anywhere in number 2. Good. Let's continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Number 8 was the other one. Where is number 8 on this chart? Where's number 8? Remember, look. This is what it looked like. Remember number 8? Whammo, number 8. Whammo, number 8. What is significant about number 8? What's significant about number 8? Well, number 1 is your A+ setup. Number 8 is reversal in the market. That's the market cycle for reversal, is number 8. Whoa! Whoa! Are you kidding me? No, but most of you are trying to do at number 8. You're trying to go short, just like you're trying to go long in number 2. That's why every time you get into a trade, you're losing. You are going short where you should be going long. You are going short where you should be going long. And the reason you're doing that is because you don't know how the market cycle runs. Yes. VIPers, do we know how the market cycle runs now? Daniela Ulina, thank you so much for the dolphin and sunglasses. Zen Method, Market Cap. Joel, Andrew, Sue, we got roses on the board. Let's finish them, the first set of these roses off. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go! So remember, traders, and we're going to go over more for you, you need to know the state. You will learn all of this extensively in the VIP. Position and market cycle. Okay? You will learn all of these 3 in the VIP. Now, we're getting to the real good stuff now. Are we ready? All right. What is the 1? If I say to you as a trader, the 1, what does that mean? Everything we teach you works for all instruments. Forex, futures, options, equities, crypto. It doesn't matter the instrument that you are trading. That is irrelevant. If you can't trade price action, if you can't trade state, position, and market cycle, you won't be able to trade anything. Okay? How many of you started with options, then went to penny stocks, then went to futures, then went to equities, and still lost? It doesn't matter. You can switch it all around. You're still going to lose. What is the 1? Correct. The 1 is the 5-minute chart. Right here. You see it? The 5-minute chart is the 1. That is where you're going to make your living. What? What? Right now, everyone that's screaming what usually trades on the 1-minute chart. And the reason they're trading on the 1-minute chart is because they have given themselves the scalper name. And the reason they gave themselves the scalper name is because they can't stay in a trade long enough like real traders. So they have to get in and out real quick because they lose all the time. And they think if they just get in and out, it's going to make them profitable. It's not. It's going to make you more broke. The 5-minute chart is the 1. Yesterday, my trades averaged 8 minutes long, each one. Each trade was 8 minutes long. My average over a year is about 15 minutes long for each trade. Let me repeat that. Right now, everyone's like, what? And we're going to teach you how to stay in trades. We're going to teach you how to maximize your profits. Your days of scalping will be over, okay? My average trade yesterday was 8 minutes long. My average over the course of the year is 15 minutes. It's about 14 and change. Candy! Thank you, my Candy. Hammer those roses, everybody. All right? Anyone who's using a 1 minute is calling themselves a scalper because they can't stay in a trade long enough because they don't know how to trade. So any little movement to the upside or downside, in and out, in and out. But the problem with that is they're trying to use Weeble or Think or Swim, and every time they get in, it's a bad fill. Every time they get out, they don't get filled where they want to. They wind up losing, and that's another story for another day. But the one is the 5 minute chart. That is where you're going to make your living on. The 5 minute chart is the execution time frame. Write this down. The 5 minute chart is the execution time frame. Is that all you need to trade? Is that all you need to trade? No, why not? Skeeterson, I like that name. Why not, Skeeterson? Thank you, Mike, for the roses, baby. Thank you, Candy, Mike, Joel, Daniela, Miss Terry. Thank you, sweetheart. Mike, beautiful. Finish off those first set, everybody. Need confluence across higher time frames. Yes, please take that word confluence out. Please take that word out of your vocabulary, okay? Promise me. You must trade on multiple time frames, everybody. Okay? You must trade on multiple time frames, and you must do it at the same time. What? Correct. We are going to teach you how to scan multiple time frames at once. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is your execution time frame right there. But we're going to teach you how to trade the higher time frames as well. This is your execution, the 5. That is the 1. But you can't make a trade on the execution time frame unless you know what the higher time frames are doing. It is remotely impossible. You're just guessing. It ain't going to work. If you're trading on one time frame, you're cooked. Correct, Ralph. Correct. Okay, traders? Very, very important. Very, very important. So we're going to teach you in the VIP how to trade multiple time frames. And then once you start to learn how to do it, you're going to say, how the hell did I ever trade on one time frame? VIPers, once I taught you how to trade on multiple time frames, do you now say, how the hell did I trade on one time frame? Put yes or no in the chat. So the 5 minute is the 1. Do we got it, everybody? Thank you, Mike. Yes, you do, Hamdi, because 60 plus hours of our VIP content is pre-recorded. Do we got it, everybody? Are we good? So if I say to you now, or somebody says to you, that's a trader, what is the 1? What are you going to tell them? What are you going to tell them? Correct, Albie. It's crazy. But they won't because it's ego. But eventually, Albie, they will get out of the ego phase. And what's going to get them out of the ego phase? Losing. Eventually, they come out of it. The 5 minute chart. That is the 1 where you're going to make your living on. Remember that. That's very important. So if you're trading on a 1 minute chart right now, that's why you're red every month, every single month. You may get lucky here or there during the month, a couple green days, small ones, but the majority is going to be red. Now, what is the number 1 thing we must fix when you join the VIP? What is the first thing we're going to fix? Put it in the chat. Thank you, Yuri. Correct, my baby. So you say, all right, I'm going to take a chance on this guy, and I'm going to join the VIP today. Well, what's the first thing we're going to fix? What do you think the first thing is we need to fix? Put it in the chat, everybody. This is important stuff. What is the first thing you think we need to fix in trading? Oh, mental. We'll take care of that. Colleen Welch, we'll take care of the mental part. Ask them. Me says me. That's funny. A mindset, we do a lot of psychology in the VIP, yes. We must fix the risk management. Your risk management right now is probably not very good, right? And what do I mean by that? So tell me if I'm right or wrong. I could be totally wrong on this. These are your winners. Well, let me do it this way. These are your winning trades, okay? And these are your losing trades. Is that about right, traders? You're impatient, Emmy? That's okay. We'll fix that for you in the VIP. Everyone's impatient as a trader in the beginning. We all were. We all are. Everyone, me, everybody. We were all impatient at one point because we don't know what we're doing. Carrie, thank you. Yep. Okay. And here's why this is occurring. All right. We're going to get now into the psychological aspect a little bit here. So your winners are smaller than your losers. Okay. And the reason that is because of these three things. Everything we teach you builds on each other. You don't know the state of your stock. Whoop. Let me go back here. Because if you knew the state of your stock, you wouldn't be taking those entries at that time. You don't know position, because if you knew what correct position you were in, you wouldn't have taken that trade. And three, you don't know what part of the market cycle you were in. So that's why when you enter, it immediately goes against you. How many of you get in a trade and, oh, man, it goes against you? You get in a trade, it starts to move up. Oh, it went against me, right? This market gives you a little taste. It's going, no, again. You sit there and go, it did it again. It did it again. You in and out. But most of the time, you get in and it just rejects. How many of you go through that right now? Yes? Okay. So this is why, and this is what has created your risk management to be so bad. It's because by not knowing state position and cycle, you have now created a habit of bad risk management. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is you now have fear built into your mind. You are deathly afraid when you enter a trade now. Your heart rate's up. You're sweating. Before you enter, you're like, should I go in? Should I go out? Should I go in? I'm not going to go in. Yeah, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm in. I'm not out. I'm in. So you're trying to convince yourself to take the trade. So now you have created analysis paralysis. Your mind's going in 60 different directions. So you get in the trade. It immediately goes against you. So what you do now is when you get into the trade, you get out. Out. Woo! Got my 6 cents per share. You're out of the trade. You enter a trade again. It starts moving up a little bit. You're out. Out. Woo! And the reason you start doing this, traders, is because of what I just talked about here. It immediately goes against you. So you don't know how to fix the problem. Because you just created this problem, but you have no idea how to fix it properly. So you think by entering a trade and getting out as quick as you can, that's fixing the problem. All that's creating is this. You're in the trade. You can't get out. It goes against you. I'm going to hold on for dear life. Woo! We're going to wait now. Please come back up. Please come back up. Please come back up. Now we're praying for the stock to hopefully come back up to where you entered, and it doesn't. So this is what creates those losers to be bigger than your winners. You created this habit that you just did. So in order to make yourself feel better, or for a lot of traders, they call themselves scalpers. That's how scalper became part of this. It's traders who don't know how to trade properly. They're trying to catch every little movement in the market. It's a market cycle. It's not going to work. You're going to be red every month. Forget about every day. You base your trades on the month, not the day or the week. Does everybody got that? So how many of you were green last month? Put me or not me in the chat. And then we're going to get back to risk management. And we're going to hammer some more roses. You ready? With fire and fury. Fire and fury. Right now, I know I'm hitting home for a lot of you. This is because I went through it over the last 21 years. I did the same thing, guys. I've done the same thing. Okay? But I bet you a lot of you haven't broken remotes, haven't broken your monitors, haven't broken your TV, haven't punched holes in walls, haven't destroyed chairs. I did all that. All right, so risk management. Right now, you have a leaky bucket in your trading. You got a bucket. Here comes the Voss bucket. Looks like a boat, but we're going to call it a bucket. You have a leaky bucket. You got water draining out. We got to plug that bucket up so we can keep the water in the bucket. That's keeping your winners and your money in your account and growing it. We don't want that bucket to be leaky anymore. And the reason we're going to do that is through risk management. We are going to train you on how to lose properly. Now, this is going to be very, very hard for a lot of people. But listen, and don't take it as something, he's just mean. He's just mean. I'm not mean. I did this. I was once you, okay? Right now, you are awful at trading. You are terrible at trading. You cannot be a good winner. Now, listen to me here. This is very, very vital. I'm using the word good. You're never going to be great, okay, at this. You will never be great at winning. Never. Does everybody hear me? Good. You just want to be good at winning, okay? You must be a good winner at trading. But you can't be a good winner unless you are great at losing. I'm going to repeat that again. In order to be good at winning, in order to be a good trader, you will never be a great trader. It will never happen. Okay? You don't need to be great at trading. You just need to be good and consistent. In order to be a good winner, you must be a great loser. I want everyone to put that in the chat right now. In order to be a good winner, you must be a great loser. Put that in the chat. And this is some of the mindset and psychology we do in the VIP. I also train you every Tuesday and Thursday night at 7 p.m. in the VIP. I train you every Tuesday and Thursday night. So if you like this, you're in for a treat. Do we got it? Do we got it? Good. In order to be a good winner, we must be great at losing. So how do we get you great at losing? By losing. You must trade in the market, in your simulator, the live market data, the live market, every single day. And then you're going to take your trades, and we're going to teach you how to post them into our VIP, and me and the coaches are going to review them for you. I'm going to say that again. How many people are doing that for you right now? You are going to take your 2 losing trades, and you're going to post them, and we're going to review them and tell you what's going on here. Got it? And then you're going to take 2 winners, and you're going to post them in the green room. Got it? And every trader's trades are in there, and you're going to learn from everybody's trades. Got it? Are we good? Are we good so far? Then you're going to get 2 days of training by me. You're going to have access to 65 plus hours, which goes up every week, of educational content in there. And we are going to teach you how to trade. You are not going to have to rely on alerts. Alerts. You are going to know what the alerts are. You're not going to have to worry about someone live trading. You are going to know how to trade. Because in order to get good at winning, you must be great at losing. Okay? Now, what do we mean by great at losing? Right now, a lot of you are saying, I'm great at losing. I lose all day long. Yo, it's a losing party. It's a losing party. Am I right? Me telling you, Gamey, he asked, do we have to start at paper trading? Of course. So me telling you something, let me ask you a question. Would you rather lose your hard-earned money trying to learn how to trade the real market, or would you rather be in the simulator to learn how to trade? Now, Mr. Gamer, are we ready? Well, how do I get better? You must be green in the simulator for 6 months straight. Every month, you must be green in the simulator. Who can do it? Put me in the chat or no. Lock them up says yes, but everyone wins at paper trading. I'm not done yet, lock them up. I'm not done yet, my brother. Oh, you think you win at paper trading. Oh, you think you win. Oh, is he ready, VIPers? Is he ready for the next part of this? Oh, they think they're just going to open a paper trading account and get green 6 months straight. Are we ready? Are we ready for the next part? Who's ready? Put me in the chat. Who's ready? Let's go. Use a prop account. You must do that with a minimum of 350 trades. Whoa! Whoa! Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? You must have a minimum of 350 trades and be green every single month, 6 months straight. Now, my question to you is, would you rather do that with your hard-earned money, or would you rather do that in the simulator? I'll say it again. You want to use real money or the simulator? Put it in the chat to learn how to do this. Because right now, a lot of you are using real money, and you're saying, where did it go? Where did it go? You're looking. A lot of you are calling up your broker. Can I get my money back? I didn't mean to take that trade, man. Can I get my money back? And this is what they're doing. We have VIPers who graduate out of this all the time. Okay? But if you're not going to put in the effort to learn how to trade properly, you're never going to make money doing it. Okay? I'm just going to be very honest with you. Okay? We had somebody in the VIP who just graduated a prop account. Congratulations, Josie. Everyone congratulate Josie in here. She completed her graduation because of our training. Everyone congratulate Josie. So listen to me. I'm going to say this again. You got two choices. You don't have true emotions with fake money. Okay, then use your real money. Use it. You either learn how to do this properly or you don't do it at all. If you treat the market like a CASINO, it's going to reward you like a CASINO. And how many of you have gone to those places and been rewarded consistently? Not many. Not many. Okay? So risk management is what we must do to make you good at this. We got to teach you how to trade properly. So this is what's going to happen. Right now, you all will start journaling when you join the VIP. Okay? Right now, you should be journaling anyway. And your equity curve probably looks like this. Okay? On your journal. You join the VIP right here. Your equity curve is still going to look like this. We are going to flatten it out, hopefully, because you're still going to make the same mistakes you were making after joining the VIP because of ego. But we'll break that down on you, okay? We're going to get rid of your ego very quickly. And then we're going to flatten you out because now we are starting to teach you how to lose properly in the market. Okay? And in order to teach you how to lose properly is by losing. So you are going to trade and lose, trade and lose, trade and lose. We're not going to whine about it. We're going to trade and lose, trade and lose, trade and lose, trade and lose. And we're not going to whine about it. We're not going to do this after about 3 weeks. Voss, I can't get it. I'm not smart enough. I'm just not able to do it. What's wrong with me? Oh, my God. We're not going to turn into victims, everybody. Okay? We are not going to turn into victims. We're going to learn. Trading is hard. You got to keep fighting. You got to keep pushing forward. You got to keep fighting through your losses. In order to get winners, you got to fight through your losses. You must have a great losing mentality, or you're not going to make it. 92%, 9 out of 10 people will not make it in the market. 9 out of 10. I want you to think about that for a second. Not because you can't do it. Everyone can do it. It's not you're not willing to learn how to do it. You're not willing to be patient. You'll go to college, you'll get your diploma, you'll do all that, but you won't do that for trading. Because most traders are desperate. They come in thinking they're going to get rich quick because they need to get rich, and they wind up digging a bigger hole for themselves. All right, traders? You have to learn how to do this. What I just described is what I tried to do. I thought I was going to come in here, figure this out, easy peasy lemon squeezy. My grandparents gave me about $6K. Okay? I blew that up in 2 days. 2 days. Then I saved up working when I was in my early 20s. I saved up. I opened a live account. I blew that in a matter of 2 weeks. And that was gone. The one thing I never did was learn how to trade properly. It took me 8 years before I said, I need help. Why didn't I quit? Why didn't I quit? Because I was already so bad at it. I couldn't get any worse. So I said, I came this far of this much emotional pain. I went to bed at night crying. I woke up the next day excited again. I went to bed crying again. I woke up the next day excited. I called myself names. I said I was worthless. I was a loser. I'll never be good at anything because of trading. It got dark, everybody. It got very, very dark. Very, very dark. Trading will do that to you. And finally, I said, I need help. I got to figure out, I need someone to teach me how to do this. And by the hells of God, I found 2 mentors who put me on the right track. And you know what I did when I first joined the community? When they first took me under their wing? I still didn't listen to them. I was arguing with them. That won't work. That won't work. That won't work. That won't work. And I kept trading my way. And finally, one of my mentors, Sir Paul, said to me, Voss, if you don't start listening to us, we're throwing you out of here and you're never coming back. Because what you're doing isn't working. And this is one of the best traders around. Okay? And finally, I said, you know what? Sir Paul, you're right. I got to listen to this guy. I got to listen to this guy. Okay? So I did. And I took my first trade with learning how to trade properly based on state, position, and market cycle. And I won it. I won the trade. I never felt so good in my life. I was like a little kid on Christmas Day. I was like, yeah! Yeah! I was going nuts. I remember calling my mom up as a 28-year-old, 29-year-old. I want a trade. I want a trade. Then I won a week. I was green for a week. And then I was green for another week. And then I was red for 2 weeks because I went back to doing what I was doing before. I went back to trading my way again. Like a crazy man. But here's why I did that. Does anyone know why I did that? Why do you think those last 2 weeks of that month, I remember it like it was yesterday. Why did I go back to trade my way? Called insanity. You're right. Oh, they can tell you stories about me, brother. I was the nuttiest one they've ever had. Because I wanted to really see if what they taught me was working. And it did. So I went back and reviewed all my trades of the old me. And I plugged them into what I was doing now. And I saw and mapped out with those little green arrows on paper. You know how you put those sticky notes on paper? I didn't have at the time or a way to do this. Okay? I printed it out and put the little green sticky things on where I entered as a bad trader. And where I should be entering, I used yellow dots. And right there, I said to myself, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. because I learned how to trade. And you all can do this, but you got to go through hard times, man. This thing is going to pummel you. You see people coming in and out of the chat here. Oh, we got the bot. We got an indicator we coded. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. They wouldn't be in here if it did. Okay? They wouldn't be in here trolling if it did, everybody. You need to learn how to trade with your own eyes and your brain, and we're going to help you do that. If you really want this, we'll train you. We'll give you the blueprint. If you don't want to do this, keep doing what you're doing. And then you'll see you'll become part of the 92%. You still might becoming a VIPer. Okay? You still might. It's a very good chance. But at least you tried the right way. Okay? And that's what we want. Remember, folks, we all start in this box. We all start in this box. Some of us will go over here. Some of us will go over here. A lot of VIPers made it to the 20%. Most of you are going to go be in the 80%. Okay? I love you all so much. Oh, wait, we got to finish these roses off. Finish those roses off. Let's go. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Dizzy, yes. Candy, can you help Dizzy out here? Candy is one of our VIP traders. She never traded a day in her life. What was it, Candy? I always forget. 17, 18 months ago? Now tell them how you're doing. Okay? So we're going to fix that risk management first. Okay? After we fix your risk management, we're going to teach you how to enter properly. And then number 3 is called maximizing your profits. This is something you as a trader will work on for the rest of your life. Everyone will. No one will ever master maximizing their profits. That's why we can only be good traders. We'll never be great because we will be incapable of maximizing our profits at all times. Okay. We'll be good enough to make a living out of it, but we're never going to be great at it to always, every trade, I maximize my profits. It's impossible. You're not going to. So that's something you will work on forever. And we'll teach you some ways. Risk management and entry, you are going to learn. You're going to start turning your trading around. You just go into VIP and ask them, VIPers, have we turned your trading around? YouTube, VIPers in TikTok, YouTube, have we helped you? Have we turned your trading around, yes or no? Ask them. Don't ask me. They could all say no. There you go. There's your answer. Don't hear it from me. Okay? Hear it from the people that are in there. If they're having success, there's a good chance you might too. All right, we got to hammer these roses out, guys. Or I'm going to get in trouble. And that's not a joke. Hammer those roses! Hey, Franco, how are you? Yeah, Franco, ignore them. They're in mommy's basement. Don't forget, it's the weekend. Hey, Jeff, how are you, man? Love somebody. And then we're going to do roll call. As you are finishing off those roses, Joe Trevelyan, Yadami, Candy, Andrew. I like keeping the trolls in here. It keeps the chat going. Hammer, Kerry, Mike, Albie, Josephina, Jules, Davion, Candy, Daniela, Sabrina, Joe Trevelyan, Daniela, Mike, Nico, Miguel, Frosty Ducks, Market Cap, Zen Method, Andrew the Believer, yes, Mr. AJ, Sue Felicia, Mr. Dave, JDMIE, her, what is this person? Her Heart and Hustle, I love it. Thank you, Hammer. Oh, I missed somebody here. Antonio, Mooney, Marcus, thank you all so much for all those donations, everybody. The third number is maximizing profits. What is the one thing you struggle with as a trader the most? What is the one thing you struggle with as a trader the most? Everyone on YouTube, everyone on TikTok, just put it in the chat. Who here, what do you struggle on? Risk management. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Sassy. What do you struggle with the most? Put it in the chat. Controlling emotions, patience, time frames. Yep. Nico. Patience. How to take profits. No, you don't want that. You want risk management first, okay? Baby steps. Yes, that's great. No, I love it. I love it. Greed. Yep, that's a big one. Analysis paralysis. Yeah, the link is in the bio. Guys, to get in the VIP, the link is in the bios. Or just go to the VossTrading.com right here. Okay? The VossTrading.com to get in the VIP. Do you eat rocks executing? Entries. Excellent. Thank you so much, Nico, Jules, Candy, Sassy, for hammering away those roses. We'll be back on tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Tomorrow, we're going to put our whip zones in place, okay? We're going to show you some position stuff. Get in that VIP so you know what the hell I'm talking about. Love you all. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great, great day. And remember, you can do this. No matter what anyone tells you, you can do this. You just have to learn how to do it, just like anything else. Okay? Love you guys.